Yo, what's going on, guys? Today we are talking about Elijah Hughes. So before we start this video, go down below, hit that like button. Let me hear in the comment sections down below, what's your opinion on Elijah Hughes? And while you're down there, hit that subscribe bell and turn on the notifications for more content like this. Elijah Hughes has steadily improved each year he's played college ball and has turned into one of the best scorers not only in the ACC but in all of college basketball. When Hughes first suited up for the Orange in the 2018-2019 season after transferring in from East Carolina, he was known as a good athlete and a spot-up shooter. Those skills were on display during his redshirt sophomore campaign, as Hughes was a reliable shooter and played strong defense and an important role in the back of the Syracuse zone. Fast forward to this season, and Hughes has elevated all aspects of his game and turned into a bona fide star. With leading scorers Tyrese Battle and O'Shea Brissett departing early to play professionally, Hughes knew that he would have to be the go-to guy for Syracuse, and he put in a lot of work this offseason to make sure he would be ready. It was well documented by the local Syracuse media that Hughes had focused on taking care of his body to get quicker and stronger in the offseason. When watching Hughes play this year, it's quite apparent that his hard work has paid off. Hughes looks a lot quicker with the ball, and improved handle has allowed him to expand his game offensively in a variety of ways. Instead of simply being a spot-up shooter, Hughes has gotten much better at creating his own shot, utilizing a pump fake well to go into an initial step on his man, and has a wide array of moves to go when he gets inside the arc. You'll find Hughes pulling up for a mid-range, crossing over and going all the way to the rim, or spinning in the lane and using his size and strength to rise above smaller defenders for fadeaways in the lane. Hughes has a sweet stroke from three, and while he can be a bit streaky once he heats up, he doesn't miss, and becomes an absolute nightmare for the opposing defender. Defensively, Elijah Hughes is a perfect fit on the back wing of the Syracuse zone thanks to his quickness, athleticism, and awareness. Hughes may be on the shorter size of a typical wing in the back of the Bohemian zone, but he makes up for it with his elite timing and leaping ability. These skills make him an excellent rebounder and shot blocker. His quickness allows him to rotate perfectly within the zone and helps him get into passing lanes and deflect passes that results in steals for himself or his teammates. While Hughes has done a great job on expanding his offensive repertoire, he sometimes struggles with his shot selection. Hughes has a habit of forcing shots. In his defense, Syracuse doesn't have that many shot creators, so he's relied upon heavily to create looks for himself and others. Even still, Hughes takes too many contested looks and needs to work on knowing when to dish it rather than forcing one up. Another thing Hughes needs to improve on is his consistency from beyond the arc. His shooting mechanics are great and he has NBA range, but he's streaky from three. He's around 36% from deep in his time at Syracuse, which is solid but not as good as several of the other prospects at his position. Hughes' role at the next level is more likely to be a 3-and-D guy, so his shooting will be closely monitored by the NBA front offices. He needs to eliminate those cold streaks and get his percentages up to move up NBA teams' big boards by draft time. Another concern with Hughes is that it's not necessarily a weakness, rather an inherent question mark for Syracuse players is his ability to play man-to-man defense. Since Orange plays the 2-3 zone 100% of the time, Hughes hasn't played any consistent man-to-man defense since his freshman year at East Carolina. However, based on athleticism, quickness, and awareness, there's a reason to be optimistic that he can be a solid defender at the NBA level. Whether or not that's a fair assumption, that Hughes' defense will be scrutinized more than anyone else in a live game or scrimmage situation as he participates in them at combines and workouts. God, that was just really hard to say. Elijah Hughes was a role player for the first 3 years of college, but has stepped up his game in a big way for Syracuse and emerged as an NBA prospect during his redshirt junior year. His year-to-year improvement is extremely impressive. It helps his case that NBA teams don't mind drafting older players like they used to 10 to 15 years ago. Hughes does have the option to go back to Syracuse for a 5th season, but I think he should capitalize on his breakout season and strike while the iron is hot. If he does declare and stay in the draft this spring, he'll go with the reputation as one of the best scorers at the college level, as an elite athlete with the potential to be a really good defender. The inconsistent shooting and unknowns on defense may cause teams to pause and go with a safer pick, but I believe Elijah Hughes has done enough to hear his name called in the second round. Tell me what you guys thought down below. This was the most frustrating video to ever fucking make because of my dog. So, if I butchered something, I'm sorry. I just had it done. Just read the script I put in the description. I think I did well enough because of the circumstances, if you guys didn't know. If I could keep... My dog was just being the biggest fucking cunt on the planet. That's the best way to say it. I hope you guys did enjoy this. Hit that like button. Subscribe. Turn on notification bells. Get more content. Hopefully Elijah Hughes I hope I didn't say Elijah Woods this whole thing. If I did, that's funny.